everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I look like this because I'm doing yet another Halloween makeup tutorial for you guys. Now honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just sat down to film this look and I had no idea what I was gonna film, so I just really did this look on the spot and really improvised with everything, but this is how it turned out and I'm actually really obsessed with it. I have no idea what I'm gonna call this yet, probably something along the lines of like Queen of Demons, or I don't really know. I have a little bit of everything going on. I mean, I've got a striped neck, I've got a skull thing going on, and then also these really crazy spider lashes. If you guys haven't been keeping up with my Halloween series this year, I'll link it up in the eye as a whole playlist so you guys can, you know, keep up to date with all the videos and catch up on anything you've missed. But if you guys want to see how to achieve this look, then let's get on into the video. So to begin this look, I'm using my Ultimate Basics eyeshadow palette, and I'm just using this gray and also the brown kind of transition color mixed together and just blending that through my crease to kind of serve as a transition color throughout the whole look, as we are going to be putting quite dark shadows on our eyes. I'm also blending this quite far down at my eyes to make my eyes look really tired and also quite dreary. I'm then taking a black shadow from the same palette and I'm just applying that with a flat brush all over the lid and kind of blending that into the transition color to again create a really nice gradient effect. Now to build up on that black pigment, I'm also just taking this on a really small flat brush and just really packing that shadow onto the lid. We don't really have to worry about it not being blended just yet because we'll be doing that later on. And I'm also taking that shadow on my lower lash line and again dragging it quite low because we want it to look really blown out and really smoky. Once we're happy with the amount of pigment, we're just then going to take a blending brush and then blend all of the harsh edges out to make sure that it's a nice halo sort of eye. Once I am happy with the eyes, I'm then taking the same grey eyeshadow on a big face brush. This is a little bit more of a contouring brush, so I'm just doing this to kind of carve out the hollows of my cheeks. This is going to make our face look really spooky and ghostly, so I'm just doing that on both sides of my face and then also kind of blending that shadow up to my forehead just to tie the whole look together. This is optional, but you could also use the same shadow to do a little bit of nose contouring. To do a little bit of highlighting, I'm taking my Revolution Haunted Liquid Highlighter. I love the packaging of this so much that I just could not use it for this look. I'm actually using the shade Paranormal, which kind of has like a gold sort of sheen to it. So I've just applied that on my cheekbones and also my nose. I'm then returning back to my eyes and I'm just applying some white liquid liner on the very kind of base of my lash line. And I'm also even using this to kind of cover and coat my lashes with, just because I didn't have a white mascara. But if you do have a white mascara, feel free to use that. I'm then also using a white kohl liner and just using that to tightline my waterline. Next up, it's time for eyelashes. So I'm using these super cool black feather lashes that I got from eBay. I'll link them down below. I've actually cut them down into like super spiky sparse lashes, and I've even coated them with the white liquid liner just because I really wanted a contrast between the lashes and also the black eyeshadow all around, and I really wanted the lashes to pop. Once I've successfully got those lashes on, I'm then just drawing the lower lashes, and again I'm going for a super sparse effect with the white liquid liner. I've just drawn 4 separate lashes on each eye, and I feel like this opens up the eye a lot and makes it look really spooky. I'm then also going back in with the black eyeshadow on a big blending brush just to kind of build up on the pigment even further, as I wasn't quite happy with how pigmented it was. Next up, I'm taking a black felt tip liner and I'm just kind of going around the edges of my lower lashes that we've created with the white liner just to kind of enhance them even more, and as you can see, doing that really made them pop even more. I'm then returning back to my forehead contour. I've actually just decided that I wanted even more darkness around the forehead just because we are going to be using a black wig later on for this look. As I mentioned in the beginning, I was kind of figuring out this look as I was going along, so I actually decided to go for some skull-like teeth. So I've just taken my black felt tip liner and I'm just creating these triangle shapes, if you will, and kind of just creating a spiky sort of tooth effect. This step was super easy to do because you're just using a felt tip liner, which is super easy to control and it's really pigmented as well. I've then just drawn a curved sort of line to kind of go along where I've contoured, and I'm joining this line onto the teeth and basically just kind of carrying that line along to my ear. Like I said, I was kind of figuring out what to do as I was going along, so there's not really a step-by-step tutorial for this look, so I hope everything will kind of make sense in the end, but I'm just then basically creating those same triangles on the bottom part of my lip and then joining them on to the top part. I'm then joining on a line that's like super curved and it's kind of like the hollow part of a skull. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll insert a picture of a skull right now and kind of point out the portion that I'm kind of trying to recreate. The shape of this hollow part of the skull really varies from look to look, so I've just kind of made it up on the spot because I've done a skull look so many times, but if you find it easier, you can use a reference picture. I've then just started to draw a couple of lines on my nose to kind of create like a painterly effect, but then I go back into that and change it anyway. So I'm now just drawing some lines as detail just around the edges of all the black portions of this look. I'm also then going into the teeth and just kind of doing a tiny bit of shading by literally just creating the letter V in most of the teeth. And I feel like just adding a tiny bit of line work to a look like this just really makes a difference and it makes it look so much more detailed. Once I finished that, I then went back to the nose and decided to actually recreate a skull-like nose. So I'm just creating like a V sort of shape on the bridge of my nose and then just kind of going around the very tip of the nose and just painting the whole thing black. I'm then taking back the white liner and I'm just creating some highlights to this look. So I'm just kind of going in between the lines that we've created and then also just kind of popping in a dot or a line of that highlight color in each of the teeth. And again, I feel like this really transforms the look. And even though this look is a little bit more two-dimensional than my other looks, I feel like just this dab of highlight really makes a difference and really brings it to life. I've then also decided to just add a little bit of white freckles on my face because why not? Freckles are super trendy right now, so I just wanted to do this bit for fun. I'm then also just creating some white lines above my eyebrows because I felt like there was something a little bit missing on that portion of my face. And I really like the contrast between the white line and then also the shadow on my forehead. I feel like that really works great. And lastly, with the white, I'm then just going around the edges of my nose to really make that nose pop as well. And I'm moving on to the neck. So I'm just taking some black face paint and just creating some vertical lines, kind of a little bit more spaced out from each other. Once I've done the black lines, I'm then just going in with white face paint and just creating white lines in between the black ones. I saw something similar to this on the internet and it just gave me such like circus vibes and I really like it. So I thought I would incorporate this into the look and I feel like it definitely makes a huge difference. Once you have drawn on the lines, you can feel free to then touch them up and just correct them if you want. I'm just using a baby wipe to kind of sharpen up the lines and get rid of any smears on my chest, and I feel like this just really cleans it up and works super well. And that is pretty much the look finished. All you can do then is just add a black wig and also a crown and you are good to go. This is the finished look. I really hope you guys like it. Honestly, considering I didn't really have a clue what I was doing throughout this whole video and I did this whole look quite spontaneously, I actually really like it. I feel like this look would be an amazing last minute Halloween costume as well, just because everything in this costume is pretty much all in the makeup. So you could do this makeup with everything you might already have at home and then just pair it with a black dress and you're good to go. But if you guys still don't know what to be for Halloween, then don't worry, I've got you. I've actually filmed a 50 Halloween costume ideas video, and if you guys haven't checked it out already, I'll link it up there along with my Halloween playlist so that you guys can keep up and catch up on any videos that you might have missed. But anyways, that is all from me. Thank you so much for watching and I really hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye! Mwah.